It's power rankings time right now over here at Hot Garbage Sports. Let's go ahead and rank our top 5 teams. Right now, let's talk about the key metrics and rank those top teams in those key metrics. Then I'll tell you all about the key snubs because I'm well aware of them before you get super mad and fired up, and let me have it down below in the comments. And then I have a special category just for all of you if you stay tuned to the end. So let's get it started with number 5, the Florida Panthers. The Big Cats continue their reign of terror 5-on-5 right now. They are 4-1-1. They are 1-1 in their own division. Beat the Sabres, lost to the Lightning. Sun goes up, sun goes down. Big Cats lose to the Bolts. Meow. Sad. The Florida Panthers players to watch: Tkachuk, Lustarian, and Forsling. Yep, Ekblad got hurt. Forsling stepped in beautifully. +6 for him. 5 points right now for the defenseman. Lustarian, nice surprise. 5 points. +7. You gotta love those pluses there. And Matthew Tkachuk, their new toy, their plaything, if you will, leading the team right now. Corsi, they're ranked number 3, 56.75. You want to be above 50. If you're below 50, it's bad. Above 50 is better. For those of you that operate in regular layman's terms, that means they got 35 shots for and 27 shots against on average. Hey, you outshoot your opponent, you're going to win a lot of hockey games. Expected goals for, they rank number 8, 56.27 in the league. Anything top 10 is excellent. 3.62 goals for versus 2.12 goals against. Unfortunately, when Paul Maurice is your head coach, your special teams are going to suffer, and these are coaches' categories, baby. So, hey, he left the Winnipeg Jets. He moved down to Florida. I'm cheering for him to win a cup. If the Jets aren't in it, I want only good things for your coach, but this guy really has to figure out how to start coaching special teams. This is not unexpected. 7.4 for the power play. Yuck. 79.3 for the penalty kill. Let's hope that will average out better for the Big Cats, but Mr. Maurice's history, not ideal. Strength of opponent, B+. At number 4, it's the Pittsburgh Penguins at 4-1-1. One divisional game for the Penguins. They knock off the Blue Jackets. They end up having Sidney Crosby on an absolute tear. 11 points +4. I think he was a little jealous of his buddy Nathan MacKinnon winning that cup. Crosby, Malkin, and Tanger want their cup back. Speaking of Malkin, he's a point per game player right now. That's amazing there for Frankenstein. +2. He may be a little bit slower, but Gino is still looking good this year. So, hey, maybe that contract worked out. Danton Heinen, oh my goodness, I didn't see this coming. We could have mentioned Gunsel. We could have mentioned Russ. There's a lot of players we can mention, but you gotta love guys like this. +5. Not expected to put in points, and he's a point per game guy. Won't hold all year, but for now, that is why they're 4-1-1. Tristan Jarry looks awesome with 4 wins, a 9.23 save percentage. Their Corsi ranks 11th in the NHL, 51.48. So. Shots for, though, are 39. That's monstrous. Shots against are 32. We got to play some D here, boys. Reduce those shots by 4. Expected goals for, ranked number 5. Hey, makes sense. They're a powerhouse team, 59.04. Goals for is an ungodly 4.47. Goals against is 1.83, but look at the strength of their competition. They've gone ahead. Yes, they've played the Bolts. Yes, they've played the Kings. And yes, they've played the Edmonton Oilers, all good teams. But the Jackets, the Habs, and the Coyotes, so. But the Habs just keep knocking off top teams, don't they? Good for you, Montreal. Strength of opponent is a B+. We still have them coming in at number 4. At number 3, it is the Boston Bruins at 5-1-0. They have one division matchup, knocking off the Big Cats. Meow, sad for them. They've lost to the Ottawa Senators, a young up-and-coming team in the NHL right now. But other than that, this team has looked great. In their last 3, it's been loss, shootout win, overtime win. Why do I classify those as special? A win is not just a win. When you win in a mini game, which is a shootout or a 3-on-3, that is not like winning in regular 5-on-5 period hockey. There is no mini games in the playoffs, so it matters. Pastrnak looks amazing. 10 points +2. We're hearing his contract's going to come in north of $11 million. Keep your ears tuned, subscribe, join, thumbs up for this channel so you don't miss the best in hockey breakdowns and hockey contents, like when we cover that Pastrnak contract when it does hit. David Krejci, year off, no big deal, 7 points. -3 right now, not what you want to see, but that is balanced off by Patrice Bergeron. The Selke winner is +5 point per game, along with his buddy Elias Lindholm. Wrong Lindholm. Hampus Lindholm, the other Lindholm, +5, 2-2. He's got 4 points. It says it's got 6, but hey, typos are going to happen. Ranked number 4 in Corsi, 56.07. That's great. Shots for 36, shots against 28. Love it. That's exactly how you win hockey games. And remember, they have no Matt Grzelcyk. They have no Charlie McAvoy. They have no Brad Marchand. So they only have room to go up from here. We were concerned they were going to be in trouble to start the year. So far, it's been no problem. Expected goals for, ranked number 3. Actual goals for, 3.94 versus 2.28. The defense isn't on it as well as you'd like this year, but again, when you have McAvoy and Grzelcyk not there, what else do you expect? They're outscoring their problems, which is great. Power play, ranked number 20. Weird for a team with so much talent up there, but hey, it happens. Penalty kill, ranked number 5. I expect nothing less from the Bruins. Strength of schedule was a B. This team, number 3. Number 2 is the Calgary Flames. We finally move over west. They are 4-1. And why are they ranked number 2? They have some stats that are troubling, but they have the toughest strength of schedule to start, and it is an A+ strength of opponent. You beat the Avs, you beat the division rival Edmonton Oilers that knocked you out of the playoffs last year. Well done for you. You beat the Golden Knights, who are hot right now. Of course, you lose to the Sabres because you can't beat 3 dominant teams and just beat a team you should beat. And then you go ahead and get a shootout win against the Carolina Hurricanes. I don't know if you could have a harder start right now. Kadri, the newly acquired free agent, 6 points, -1. Anderson, you know I love talking about the defense on this team. Best defense in the NHL, so Anderson coming in with 6 points. Love to see it, -1. Unfortunately, top titty Tyler Toffoli, he is a Daryl Sutter guy, 5 points right now, and Markstrom has 3 wins, but geez Louise, man, stop a puck. This guy, for what you are getting paid, you need him. We absolutely need him. If you are a Calgary fan right now, you need him to play better than what he has played from the playoffs to this point now. Yes, you're winning, but you need this goalie to step up. Corsi right now ranks number 14. You'd like it to rank higher. 34 shots for, 29 shots against. Expected goals for, 48.02. That actually means they should be losing, but that is kind of the way it goes when you lose 6-3 to the Sabres, I guess. Goals for are 2.7, goals against are 2.8. So when you play in tight games against top teams and then you lose by 3 against a mid-pack team, yeah, these stats are going to wig out. Don't worry, as the season goes on, they'll even out better. They're ranked 5 and 8 in special teams. Their power play, their penalty kill, both on fire. Everything you want to see from that. This team comes in at number 2. Number 1 is the Carolina Hurricanes, the team with no holes. They are on fire, 4-1-1. You don't have to be undefeated to make number 1 in my power rankings here. We got to use logic, strength of schedule, roster, how they're doing, and the Canes, to me, are the class of the NHL right now. They've beaten the Columbus Blue Jackets in their own division, but look at the schedule. They played at home, and then they just went on a road trip. They got in the car, they started driving, and they beat up everybody along the way. The Sharks, the Kraken, the Oilers, and the Flames end up taking them out, but they get a point in Alberta. Then they get over there to the Orcas, and they end up winning that one. Sebastian Aho comes in with 9 points. Svechnikov, 7 goals. That's amazing. That is exactly what this team needed. It's why they signed Pacioretty for pennies on the dollar. They needed a natural goal scorer because they needed that 1-2 punch between Svechnikov and Pacioretty going into the playoffs this year. Pesce and Shea come in with an absolutely amazing +17 between both of them. +9, +8. These guys in the 3-4 hole may be the most underrated 3-4 defense in the league right now. And Martin Necas coming in with 8 points. That's a really nice resurgence for him. They're number 1 in Corsi. Shots for, 39, shots against 23. You're going to win hockey games all day, every day like that. Expected goals against, ranked number 2. 3.28 goals for, 1.24 goals against. I know the Alberta fans on this channel right now are saying, well, at least we beat them. The East-West battles, when you take a look at it, they're more bonus points for teams, and it is really tough for a team like Carolina to travel that far to the West, and the West is going tough titty, baby. We always have to make that travel to the East and play in the worst time zones. We have more travel. Suck it up, Buttercup. However, they are still good enough to be number 1. Their strength of opponent is a B+. Before we get into our key snubs, because it's already blowing up that my favorite team and blah, 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 how do you make a ranking list? Settle down. That's all I got to tell you. Settle down. Wait for it. It's coming. Don't tune out yet. Key metrics right now. Your top 5 in Corsi is going to end up being the Hurricanes, the Devils, the Panthers, the Bruins, and the Rangers. The Devils, surprised to be on this list? You shouldn't be. This team was a team that I had slated as a team that could make some noise and do some damage, and they've had a really good last 3 games after a rough start. Expected goals for, also led by the Devils. How did they not make this list? Don't worry, we'll talk about key snubs. The Carolina Hurricanes, number 2. The Boston Bruins, number 3. The Vegas Golden Knights, number 4. And a mystery team, number 5. No, that's just an editing error. It's the Pittsburgh Penguins. Goals for right now, the Pittsburgh Penguins are number 1. The Bruins, number 2. The Senators, number 3. The Panthers, number 4. And the Sabres, number 5. Your top 3s on power play right now are going to be the Colorado Avalanche with an unholy 52.9%. The Minnesota Wild, 36%. And of course, the expected Edmonton Oilers, who I expect to be number 1 by the end of the year, at least top 2, 35%. Your best penalty killers right now are all perfect.
I want to show you a perfect hitter.
Like Mr. Perfect, they go ahead and it is the Wings, it is the Islanders, and it is the Blues. You can't make a top 5 list without talking about the key snubs as well too. In absolutely no particular order here. Here are the top 6 key snubs that absolutely could have had a claim to be in the top 5 power rankings, especially this week. The Dallas Stars, who are 4-1-1, their schedule kind of weak. The Colorado Avalanche, well, it's the Avs. They have the number 1 power play, but their record isn't strong enough to bump them in there yet. Don't worry, Avs fans, you're going to make the top 5. You'll have plenty of time to consume 52 weeks of the year. Up there is number 1 or number 2. Just like the Rangers, I fully expect the Rangers will end up making this list very shortly. They're number 5 in Corsi. The record early on in the season's holding them back. The Ottawa Senators, hey, I'm not sure. Is this a top team? Maybe, maybe not. Who knows? But at 4-2-0, this team could be a team that ends up cracking that list. The New Jersey Devils, they're number 1 in goals expected, and they are number 2 in Corsi. That's unbelievable. This is a snub if I've ever seen it, but 3-3, not enough to get there yet. And then the Buffalo Sabres are so hot right now. Let's go, baby. Get the Sabres up there. City of Buffalo deserves it. Josh Allen, Owen Power carrying it. Go jump through a table, you nut job. Now, if you've ever been a fan of hockey lingo or a term called Shoresy, you may have heard this before, and it's called settle down. Like, just chill, bud. Settle down right now. The Philadelphia Flyers. Torts Effect. They don't make this list. They don't even make key snubs. The Flyers aren't a good team. I'm still sticking by it. 4-2. Don't care. It's the Torts Effect. It'll burn itself out. Teams that just need to do better. The Leafs, the Oilers, and the Kings. You're all stacked. Figure it out. Do better. And then teams I probably should have mentioned, especially in the snubs, the Detroit Red Wings look pretty good right now. The Tampa Bay Lightning, literally 0 worries from me. All they've got to do is make the playoffs. If they make the playoffs, they're a threat for the cup. Well, I hope you enjoyed the video right now. We have one more special category for you because I know there is a group of fans out there going, you have mentioned a lot of teams and you have not given me my just desserts or respect. And that is a team that I actually ranked as number 2 in the Central and the team that had the best chance of unseating the Colorado Avalanche. They're an excellent team, but you know what happened to them and why they didn't get mentioned in any of these lists this week? Because they got pumped by the Jets, baby. Look, the Jets aren't a good team right now. They're 3-3. I don't expect them to do much. I expect them to totally miss anything in the lottery, maybe be a bubble team in the playoffs, maybe not miss the playoffs. But either way, I'm going down with the ship with the Winnipeg Jets. So the Colorado Avalanche, the New York Rangers, and yes, the St. Louis Blues, the team I was just talking about, 3-1. How do you put us off any of these lists when you're 3-1? It's because you got pumped by the Jets, baby. I don't care if Grease, whatever his name, was in the net. I don't know why Binnington didn't get played. I don't know what kind of cocky shenanigans that is to play a team in your division and not want to play your starter. But hey, that one loss keeps you out of the lineup for this week. But I fully expect the Blues to be back there because they're a world-class team. They're an excellent team. They definitely should have been on the snub list, but unfortunately they were pumped by the Jets. All right, I hope you had some fun with this video. We'll catch you later on this week with more hockey content. Big thank you to all our subscribers on the coaches staff. Massive shout out to all you guys. And remember, join, like, subscribe. Reach out to me via Discord down below. Let me know what you think in the comments. I know I got my power rankings totally wrong. This guy's crazy, has no idea what he's doing. But I'll be back next week for more pain and punishment and rankings for you.